Have you ever loved something so much that you drowned in it? That's how I feel about art, about video games, movies, books, shows, and paintings. Somewhere along the line, my love for art stopped being a fuel for creation and turned into an endless spiral of consumption. This video is about how overconsumption of art, of food, of inspiration itself started to weigh me down, and what I have learned from this experience as a artist and as a creator. So, back in 2019, when I was a freshman in college, I discovered myself as an artist in the strangest way. I always loved video games. I knew they were special to me. I knew they meant more to me than just entertainment, but I didn't have the words to explain exactly why. It wasn't until I met a friend who loved movies as much as I loved video games that things clicked. We would talk about stories, characters, visuals, anything and everything that came in our mind, and through those conversations, I realized I wasn't just a consumer. I was seeing games the way artists see their craft. For the first time, I thought maybe I could be an artist too. Someone who doesn't just consume, but someone who creates, someone who offers, someone who gives. That discovery lit something inside me. I started sketching, writing, singing, even making a little bit of YouTube videos here and there. It wasn't perfect, but I was trying, and at that time, that mattered more to me than anything. But then something changed. Somewhere in the past few years, my creativity slowed down and my consumption exploded. I don't know exactly why it happened, but I have a suspicion that it was my insecurity, feeling like what I was making wasn't good enough to put out there. Maybe I thought if I just looked at more art, more movies, more video games, more paintings, more books, more shows, I'd somehow find the missing piece of inspiration. So I scrolled, I binged, I devoured one masterpiece after another, and before I realized it, I had built a habit of overconsumption. It felt productive because I was learning, right? But deep down, I wasn't creating anymore. So here's the paradox. Inspiration is meant to spark action, but if you keep chasing inspiration endlessly, it becomes a quicksand. It's like eating. Food is supposed to give you energy, but if you keep eating and never move, your body slows down. In the same way, when I overconsume art, my creativity slows down. I thought I was filling myself with ideas, but really, I was just numbing myself. My mind got so full of other people's work that I stopped hearing my own voice. And that's how it reflected in my real life as well. The way I overconsume art mirrored the way I overconsume food. Both habits gave me the same feeling, temporary comfort followed by permanent heaviness. I started to realize that overconsumption wasn't just about laziness, it was about fear. Fear of starting, fear of being imperfect, fear of putting something out into the world that might not measure up to the masterpieces that I was constantly consuming. So, where does that leave me now? I think the answer isn't to stop consuming art. Art is meant to be shared, meant to be enjoyed, but it's more about balance, about consuming with intention, about letting what I take in actually transform into something new instead of just piling up inside me. Because the truth is, even the smallest act of creation, a messy sketch, a half written story, a prototype of a game, or a half hearted, barely placed effort YouTube video is worth more to me than endless hours of silent admiration. Creating is scary, it exposes you, it asks you to be vulnerable, but it's also the only way to keep that spark alive. Overconsumption taught me something important. Too much of even the most beautiful thing can become a burden. I don't want to drown in other people's art anymore. I want to swim in it, breathe it in, and then let it flow out of me in my own way. Because at the end of the day, I see myself as a creator, not a collector. So, this video is like a new beginning, a new phase for me. So, this is how my journey starts, I guess. Seriously. Thanks for watching.